Welcome to Zonk. We had lived together for 3 years. I went out drinking with another guy last year, and my boyfriend Tom found out about it. I hadn't been cheating at that point, but he viewed it as me setting up cheating for the future and was very upset with me. Our relationship was then strained at that point, but we stayed together. 4 months later, I did end up cheating with the guy I had originally went out with. The affair went on for 2 months, during which time I lied to Tom about my whereabouts. He found out because the other guy's girlfriend, I had thought they were broken up, found out and contacted Tom. He was furious and hurt and moved out. That happened 3 months ago. Since then, he's told all sorts of people that I cheated on him. He told some of my friends, he told my family members. He also told Tom's girlfriend personal things. He sent her texts that I had sent to him when I was lying about my whereabouts. He sent the other guy texts that were between Tom and I during my affair, proving that I had just slept with him, Tom, too. He told my friends about my financial problems, including that I didn't file taxes last year and that I'm seriously in debt due to a shopping addiction. I mean, he even told some people what I weigh and that I deal with binge eating. I've contacted him and told him to stop it. He ignores me. In short, he's become my absolute enemy, and he knows so much more about me that I'm unsure where he'll stop. How do I deal with this? I mean, OP, what did you even expect? You betrayed him, and now he's doing the same thing in a different manner. I know you don't see it that way, but I think he was trying to get his narrative as fast as possible in a way to protect himself before you spun some lies, and made him out to be some horrible abusive monster. Lots of cheaters do that. So yes, it's smart of him to do that, but now that he has well and truly spread the word, I hope he stops. He should move on. He deserves to. You wronged him, OP. I hope he can heal from the damage you inflicted. Comments. I don't even know what to say. Play shitty games, win shitty prizes. This is one of the many reasons why betraying someone you're intimate with is a terrible idea. You can't do anything now but move on and try and own your actions. He won't face legal repercussions unless he starts flat out stalking you or making up shit. Feel free to look into a restraining order if you think you can get one. This sounds like a case of lying in the bed you made for yourself. I'm sorry, but you created this situation. You hurt your boyfriend, and one can hardly fault him for telling people who you really are. The best you can do is keep your head down, accept that things are going to suck for a while, and wait for things to blow over. The more you tell your ex to stop, the less likely it is that he will. Don't give him the satisfaction of knowing this has an effect on you, and he's more likely to stop. Your ex is justifiably angry and is actually following the advice of many who have been betrayed. He exposed the affair to the other betrayed partner and to your family and friends. You're upset because your image with all these people was forever changed. In other words, you're living with the consequences of your own bad behavior. He's exposed other vulnerabilities that you need to address yourself. There's nothing for you to do but weather it out. He hasn't lied and isn't harassing you. Pretty soon, he'll run out of things to tell and move on to more constructive healing for himself. Story 2. Hi everybody, obvious throwaway account here. I really could use some advice. So here's the short version of the story. Thank you all so much in advance for your words of wisdom. I'm a girl in my late 20s. In my last relationship, which was about 3.5 years long, I cheated. A lot. Multiple people, multiple times. I was a horrible person, and the fact that we were long distance for some of it is no excuse at all. He never found out, at least not to my knowledge. I'm obviously not proud of this. It makes me sick to think about how I behaved. And I would give anything to take it back. Seriously, anything. I've never cheated on anybody else. Excuses like it was long distance or I wasn't satisfied in my relationship are weak and pathetic, so I'm not even going to try. There's no excuse for my poor decisions. Anyway, I've been in my current relationship for over a year and have never ever wanted to cheat. Seriously, I could never cheat on him. It makes me nauseous just to think about it. My boyfriend and I haven't had the "how many partners have you had" talk, nor have we talked about past relationships and cheating much. because neither of us thinks it's interesting or relevant now. But I know that his ex from his only other serious relationship cheated on him, and that it crushed him. I'm scared to have the "how many partners have you had" talk because, well, if you do the math, my number is considerably higher than it should be given the length of my last serious relationship. And inevitably, the truth will come out. This scares me so much, I can't even describe it. I know I want to marry the man I'm with right now, and I know he feels the same. I want desperately to be open and honest and not hide things from him. But I'm also scared that if and when this all comes out, he'll never trust me. Even though I haven't cheated on him and never could. Reddit, what do I do? Do I bury this forever? Do I lie and tell him I've never cheated? Do I bring it up and tell him everything? Do I wait until he brings it up? I'm really at a loss and basically just terrified of what's going to happen. Thank you all so much for your opinions. Comments. Short answer is no. You're not obligated to tell them anything or even the truth about that. Long answer, it shouldn't matter how many partners you've had. I never bring up the conversation in relationships because I don't care. It's possible that he's either scared to ask or, like me, doesn't give a hoot. If you don't have the desire to cheat on him, then let it go. It's all in your head. You're scared, nauseous, whatever because you feel guilty. Frankly, it's your own damn fault, and you shouldn't let that guilt hurt another relationship. Sure, it's not 100% open for him, but that doesn't mean the past should control your life. I don't think you should say anything. You're not under any obligation to disclose the things that you did in the past. You're really not going to make things any easier for the future of your current relationship either. I made the mistake of once telling a friend who became a boyfriend about the people I had been sleeping with, and it was multiple people multiple times, and he never really let that go. It was a constant source of strife and mistrust between us. And I wasn't even cheating on anyone then. I was just doing what I wanted to. After that, I never brought it up in a relationship again. My most recent relationship, when that came up, both of us agreed that we didn't need to discuss our sexual histories because it wasn't of any concern for either of us. If he asks who all you've slept with, I say you tell him that it's not important because it's in the past. Story 3. Last weekend, I went to my friend's joint 21st birthday house party. Needless to say, I drank quite a bit more than usual and still do not remember the majority of the evening's festivities. The next morning, I learned that I had hooked up with one of my friends. We made out, nothing more. A girl at the party told my boyfriend that she had seen me with another guy. My boyfriend, 21, and I, 21, are both graduating from college in a few weeks and have had a rocky few months together because of the stress of not finding jobs, figuring out where we're going with our lives. We were definitely going to be together after graduating, even if we both needed some space while we figured things out. That was never really an issue. However, he did end our relationship about a month prior, under the impression that he needed some time to himself. We agreed that we were not going to be with other people. I have no recollection of making out with my friend, and was told that I even said things like, "This is cheating," or "I can't, I have a boyfriend." My boyfriend is extraordinarily hurt, and rightfully so. We are working together to make things right, and I'm working hard to help him be able to trust me again. What can I do to help him out? To ensure that he feels safe with me and can be with me in a relationship again. Ultimately, that's what we both want, to be together. This incident really scared me, mostly because I think I might want to marry him someday, or at least be with him for a while and see where things go. I never thought I could hurt him like this, and I'm gonna make every effort to make sure it doesn't happen again. The first step in this process is to take responsibility for your actions and be honest about what happened. It's important to have an open and honest conversation with your boyfriend about the situation, and let him know that you're committed to making things right. You can also show your commitment by being transparent and open with him moving forward. This could mean being honest about your whereabouts, who you're spending time with, and any other relevant details that might help ease his concerns. It's important to be consistent in your actions and follow through on any promises you make to him. Comments. First, don't push him to accept it. Don't push him to feel better about it. Second, the two of you should realize that he's going to go through times of it no longer crushing him and times of deep hurt. Let him go through it and be there for him. Don't lose patience with how long it takes him to get over it. Third, answer any question he has about it, and again, don't lose patience if he already asked it 100 times before. This is part of the healing process, and actually good since he's trying to face up to it to deal with it, instead of acting like it doesn't exist or like he can't face it. Fourth, be both his girlfriend and most importantly his friend through it all. Drunkenly making out with someone is pretty tame compared to having sex with someone under the guise of lies, in my opinion. I would recommend not getting blotto in the future. Take that advice from one person who blacks out and does crazy shit while under the influence to another person.